Good evening, Tallahassee, and welcome to FSU Weather, Friday edition. It's currently 77 in Tallahassee right now, and that sun is beginning to set over Doak Campbell Stadium. Our current temperatures, it's 77 in Tallahassee and 70 in Apalachicola. So our temperatures were pretty warm today compared to what we've had in the past few months. As for our dew point, 56 in Tallahassee and 62 in Apalachicola. So a little bit more moisture in the air than we have had lately. The satellite shows pretty sunny skies coming through, not much to look at, and the same is expected to continue over the next 24 hours. So hopefully this weekend will shape up to be quite sunny, and we'll talk about that more later in the show. So that continues. You see the clear skies, and it's 56 tonight, and we'll talk even more about the weather across the nation over our show. So welcome to FSU Weather, Friday edition.
Happy Friday, Tallahassee, TGIF. It was a beautiful day outside. Actually quite warm if you're walking outside, if you're exercising or running around the stadium maybe. You can kind of feel the radiation coming off the pavement. It was a welcome change. It was a pretty cool January and February, some rainy times, and now nothing but sunshine. For the weekend, great time to go out, enjoy the beach, go out to the fountains on campus, maybe go walk your dog. Your dog loves those walks. You always say that in FSU. That's what we advocate for. And you should watch the show today, too, not only for the great weather, but the interesting weather across the nation. We currently have a tornado watch in Texas and parts of Oklahoma, New Mexico. We have a lot of snow coming in Denver with a really strong low-pressure system. I know it's crazy to believe, but yes, there is snow going on. Currently, the nation is still winter after all, even though it's the last days of winter. And you can see, if we have anything in our forecast and hit, we do have some rain coming in the middle of next week. But right now, nothing severe. Maybe just time to bring your poncho, bring your umbrella, maybe take some little extra time on the roads in the middle of the week. But it's going to be overall very nice. And now we're going to hang it over to the wall with David.
Yes, thank you, Hayden. It's an absolutely beautiful day here in Tallahassee. Made it to a high of 82 degrees today. Absolutely beautiful out there. We do have some higher clouds coming into the area, which will not going to affect our weather for the weekend. We will be warm and we will be high and dry for the weekend. Our low this morning started off at 47 degrees and above average as far as our high goes, and right spot on with our average low that we usually see this time of year. Nowhere near our record or our low, that high of 89 in 1987. That is kind of warm for this time of year. And currently here in Tallahassee, it is 77 degrees under cloudy skies, and we have a wind out of the south at 9 miles per hour. I'm going to take a look at the radar. Look at this, absolutely high and dry, as I was saying. No rain to talk about on our radar. You can see some high clouds, some cirrus clouds moving across our area, but not blocking out the sun. There's plenty of sun out there, and currently the temperatures around the Big Bend on the warm side, 79 here in Quincy, and over here in Valdosta, 76 degrees, and down in Perry, 74 degrees. Very beautiful, just weather that we're having, and it's going to continue for the next 2 days, but I'll tell you it's going to change when we get to next week. Currently, the winds are pretty much variable depending on where you're at. We have a wind out of the southwest at St. Mark's at 6 miles per hour, Carabel at 5, and up here in Donaldsonville out of the west at 3. So you can see the winds are kind of just light and variable throughout the area. And as far as the dew points go, as Melissa was telling you earlier, we do have higher dew points than we've seen in the past couple weeks. 56 dew point in Tallahassee, and down here in Apalachicola, 62. It's closer to the water, so you're going to see those higher dew points closer to the Gulf of Mexico. As far as the next 24 hours, yes, we have a beautiful forecast for you. Plenty of sun for the weekend. Not going to see maybe some high clouds moving by, but nothing's going to block out the sun. It's actually going to be a great beach weather weekend, so get out to the beach if you can. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous out there. As far as the lows tonight, it's going to be not as cold as we've seen over the past few nights. We're probably in the mid-50s. Quincy, 54 degrees. Tallahassee 54, and down here close to the water, it's a little bit warmer, Carabel at 57 degrees. How about these highs tomorrow? It's going to be in the close to the mid-80s, 84 here in Tallahassee, Monticello 83, Thomasville 82, and Uvalde and Bainbridge 83 degrees. And we're going to take a look at the day ahead tomorrow. If you're going out 12 p.m., midday, going out to lunch somewhere, you expect about 77 degrees and mostly sunny skies at 3 o'clock, getting up there into the low 80s at 3 and 6 o'clock. If you're going out for dinner or something, it's going to be 77 degrees. Won't need a jacket because we have warm temperatures over the weekend. And as far as our boating forecast goes, 82 degrees out there with southeast winds at 10 knots and seas about 2 to 3 feet and partly cloudy skies. And make sure you have that sunblock because the UV is going to be high tomorrow. Here's that weekend. Remember, turn your clocks ahead before you go to bed Saturday night because it's spring ahead. We're going to turn those clocks ahead. And unfortunately, next week, things get a little bit more dreary. We have rain coming in the forecast, Melissa.
That's right. There's a low pressure system that's starting to form out over Texas that will eventually make its way over here. So there's a stationary front and a low sitting above us. But you see that wall of rainfall just sitting to the north of the southeast. Is that high pressure is stopping those storms from coming into our region. As for our current temperatures, 77 in Tallahassee and 78 in Montgomery. And it's actually a bit cooler down in Miami today at 74 degrees. Not something we see very often in this time of year. For our dew points, 56 in Tallahassee and 56 in Tampa, and also 56 in Miami. So Miami, you are a bit cooler than usual today. As for satellite radar, you see that rainfall moving in just north of Nashville and continuing through. And we were expecting rainfall continuing into the next 24 hours. For our temperature forecast, 62 in Nashville, 63 in Franklin, and 67 in Columbia. So you have a bit cooler temperatures coming through over today. For our satellite, pretty clear skies over Louisiana, a little bit of rainfall to look out for, but overall, pretty nice day going through, expected to continue until later in the week. Our satellite radar over the Carolinas, you see rainfall coming through over into Charlotte more, so there is some rainfall to look out for as well, but most of the region is continuing to stay sunny. Over in Little Rock, see that storm system moving through the north, moving out of that area and coming into sunny and nice conditions tomorrow afternoon. Rainfall through Sunday, see a lot of rainfall expected over the next 24 hours and through Sunday. A lot of rainfall up to 3 to 5 inches in Springfield. So if you're prone to flooding in your area, make sure you're on the lookout for incoming rainfall. Severe storm outlook, you are having a slight risk over in northern Texas. So be on the lookout for severe weather, including hail and tornadoes that may form today and into the next 24 hours. So just be aware of any storms that might be coming in. As that low pressure moves over towards our southeast area, that severe storm outlook will move into our area as well. So be on the lookout if you're in the Louisiana, Mississippi region. Be on the lookout for severe weather. Might want to plan your day around it. For tonight's lows, 52 in Tallahassee, 60 in Tampa, and 68 down in Miami. So we are having some cooler temperatures tonight, but it'll warm right back up tomorrow, 84 in Tallahassee, 83 in Montgomery, and 79 down in Miami. So we're going to take a closer look at Florida with David.
I tell you what, 79 in Miami, great for spring breakers as we start the spring break season. Unfortunately for FSU, we don't get a spring break. We're going to get out of school early this semester. And so looking at Florida, oh, here's Panama City, live look at that. Beautiful sunset over Panama City Beach right there. Absolutely, you see those high clouds. These clouds are going to be kind of moving in and out of the area over the weekend, so nothing's going to block the sun. It's going to be absolutely a gorgeous weekend to get out there to the beach, wherever your favorite beach may be. And currently around the state, Sunshine State we are. 74 in Miami currently, 77 up here in Tallahassee, and in Orlando where the Universal Studios and Disney and all the parks are. It might be a good weekend to get out there. It's currently 74 degrees as we speak. And the muggy meter, look at that. Smiley faces for everybody. Oh, wait a second. Up here in Pensacola, Looks like the humidity is getting a little bit higher in our smiley faces. No, he's not too happy, but as far as the rest of the state goes, those dew points are very comfortable. And as far as the southern part of Florida, near Miami, high and dry here. It looks like there may be a few showers coming on shore up here on Palm Beach and Martin County, and over here in the Panhandle. Just some high clouds moving through the area as we speak. No rain in the forecast for this weekend. And the beach forecast, yes, get out to the beach if you can, because it's going to be absolutely beautiful weather. Key West, 78 degrees, says mostly cloudy. I would say it's probably going to be mostly sunny with an east wind at 15 miles per hour. And we're going to look at Miami. Spring breakers, yes, look at this beautiful weather. Get out there and party. 79 degrees on Saturday, and those temperatures jump up just a little bit to 81 degrees on Sunday and Monday. And we're going to run up here to Tampa. Anybody spring breaking in Tampa, it's going to be 83 degrees for Saturday, 82 Sunday, and it jumps up just a little bit to 84. Absolutely plenty of sunshine to go around. And in Jacksonville, 82 degrees for your Saturday and 83 Sunday, and things drop off just a little bit, but still plenty of sun to go around. Next 24 hours, you see some sort of high clouds moving across the bottom of the state, and high clouds may be starting to make their way across western portions of the Panhandle. But next 24 hours, absolutely beautiful weather. Get out there and enjoy it. Tonight's lows around the state, anywhere from 59 up in Pensacola, 57 in Orlando, and down here in West Palm Beach, 66 degrees. So very mild temperatures. You can open up the windows and turn the air conditioner off. It's going to be absolutely beautiful weather for that tonight. And tomorrow's high is anywhere from 77 degrees up here in Pensacola, 84 in Tallahassee, pretty much mid-80s except for along the coast, the southeast coast there of Florida, where you see 79 at both West Palm Beach and Miami due to that onshore flow, keeping a little bit cooler near the coast. For now, we're going to hand things off to Melissa. And Melissa, what are you going to take a look at?
We're going to take another look at our local. So we have some really nice weather coming into Tallahassee today. We see our high was 82 degrees and our low was 47. So it was below our record, but it was quite a bit above average for our high, low sitting right at average for today. As for our hour by hour, you see that temperature gradually coming up and making its way. It's at 81 degrees today, so a lot warmer than it's been the past few months. Definitely getting into those spring conditions for this time of year. Our satellite showing clear skies. You see some clear cirrus clouds coming through in the upper atmosphere. But overall, really sunny conditions, a really nice day, and coming in to continue this evening. Our current temperature is 77 in Tallahassee, 74 in Perry, and 70 in Apalachicola. So those temperatures are beginning to drop from that 80 degrees we saw earlier today, and they will continue into the next few hours. Our dew points, 56 in Tallahassee and 62 in Apalachicola. So a bit more moisture in the air than we've seen in the past few weeks, and that's going to continue into our summer conditions in the next few months. Our upper level water vapor, see that water vapor moving over that area of low pressure behind those fronts that are sitting over northern and southeast. So that moisture will continue to move across out to the Atlantic and into the next few days. As for the next 24 hours, though, Tallahassee is expected to stay pretty clear still. Looking into our weekend being quite nice before that low makes its way over here and bringing some potentially severe weather coming into our Tallahassee. So over the next 24 hours, that's expected to continue. For tonight's lows, 54 in Tallahassee, 57 in Apalachicola, and 54 in Perry. So those temperatures will begin to drop as we go into the night. As for tomorrow's highs, 84 in Tallahassee, 72 in St. Mark's, and 76 in Apalachicola. So we're looking at a bit warmer temperatures going into tomorrow. Again, warmer than we've seen, getting into those really nice spring temperatures. And into the summer, we'll have some warmer conditions, and that mugginess is going to start setting in real soon. So enjoy the nice weather while it's lasting, and enjoy whatever is left of this nice spring weather before we have the rest of the muggy conditions set in and more rainfall coming into the area. So we're going to take it over to David with a look at our weather history for today.
Yes, thank you, Melissa. We're going to take a look at what happened on this date in 1993. Well, we had the 1993 superstorm that originated in the Gulf of Mexico and made its way along the Gulf Coast, deepened very quickly, and then ramped up as it moved up the eastern seaboard, right along the coast up into New England. The pressure associated with this superstorm was equivalent to a Category 3 hurricane. It had a 960 millibar pressure at its peak, and there was about 56 inches of snow in the mountains of Tennessee. That is a lot of snow for Tennessee to get this time of year. Usually that may be a large total for an entire winter season. And also 15 tornadoes were spawned in the state of Florida due to this superstorm in 1993. And there was a 12-foot storm surge in Taylor County. Can you imagine that? A 12-foot storm surge. This was not a tropical system. This was a cold core low that just happened to find some energy and really deepen quickly. And as far as wind speeds, in the dry Tortugas, they recorded a wind speed of 109 miles per hour. And this storm, yes, it moved across the Gulf Coast, across the northern part of Florida, and then up the eastern seaboard, where it just dumped copious amounts of snow in the Appalachian Mountains and way up into New England, which was good for the ski resorts at that time. They could stay open longer, but it just wreaked havoc on travel and power and all along the Appalachian chain there as that storm progressed up. So yes, that is what happened this time in history, March 12th, 1993. I'm going to pass things off now to Melissa at the wall. She's going to talk about
our national weather.
Awesome.
We're going to take a look at the rest of the country and what's going on. We have a lot of crazy weather that's expected over the next 24 hours, especially over in Texas. That surface low is beginning to build and bringing along with it some really severe weather. There is a tornado watch over in that area as of right now. So if you're in that area, make sure you're on the lookout for severe weather that might be impacting you. There's a high sitting over Portland. We got the warm front and then a cold front that's sitting above us, following that low pressure. And the rain is not quite making it into the southeast, as that high pressure is blocking it from moving in. And then over Minneapolis is another high pressure system, also keeping that area pretty clear of any rainfall that might be coming in. As for our current dew points, you see the west half of the country is quite dry compared to over in the southeast, where we're seeing a lot higher dew points, and 56 in Tallahassee, 56 in Miami. And those fronts are blocking that moisture from moving in, that high pressure sitting over us right now. Feels like temperatures, 38 in Denver and 40 in Salt Lake. Really cool temperatures compared to the rest of the country. We're at 76 in New Orleans and 75 in Tallahassee. That's also 75 in Miami. So cooler temperatures up north, but overall we have some pretty decent temperatures that are starting to warm up compared to what we saw a few weeks ago. We were in the negative temperatures up in the northern states. Our upper level water vapor is moving through the country. See that moisture moving above those fronts that are sitting above the southeast, blocking that moisture with the high sitting over them. So overall, it's moisture coming through. Our satellite and radar, see there's some snowfall up above Las Vegas, and some rain and mixed rain and snow south of Las Vegas. So we have some rainfall and snowfall to look out for, where those temperatures are cooler out west. So if you're out west, make sure you're looking out for any rain or snowfall that might be coming in. You're still looking at severe weather coming into your areas and into the next few days. Our futurecast, see that snowfall continues and that rain moves off. That snowfall will continue over these areas, and it will continue to snow over the weekend, so not ideal conditions if you're planning on trying to go do something. Our snowfall forecast, you see that snowfall coming in. Aspen, you're looking at about 24 to 30 inches of snow. A lot of snowfall expected over the next 24 hours and into Tuesday. Our satellite over Kansas City, you see rainfall that was previously over Kansas City is now moving east and into St. Louis. So if you're in St. Louis, be on the lookout for that weather coming in. Kansas City, you're on the tail end, are expecting better conditions coming in. Our rainfall through Sunday, a lot of rainfall expected for some areas. Springfield, you're looking at 3 to 5 inches, and Hayes, you're also looking at 3 to 5 inches. Quincy, a little bit lower at a ½ inch to an inch and a half. So a lot of rainfall expected to come in. If you're in those areas, make sure you're looking out for any flooding and keeping yourself safe. Severe storm outlook, there is a surface low forming over Amarillo and Oklahoma City. So be on the lookout for severe weather coming through, hail, tornadoes. Just be on the lookout, be aware, stay tuned to your local weather stations so you know what's going on and how to best protect yourselves from incoming weather. See, that severe storm outlook continues with high for tomorrow as that low continues to form, looking at some pretty nasty weather, and it'll continue to move over into Louisiana as that low makes its way across the east and into our area. So let's take it over to David with a look at our severe weather.
Yes, thank you, Melissa. We're going to look at that severe weather. We talked about the wintry side of things. We're going to talk about sort of the severe side of things now. Melissa did touch on the SPC's severe weather outlook, and here's a look at the outlook currently. It's right along the stationary front that's attached to this low pressure system, and also we have a dry line. You usually don't see a dry line this early in the season, but we have a dry line coming out of the Rocky Mountains here, out of New Mexico, and right along that dry line and below and along this stationary front is where we're going to see severe weather this evening. But it's really going to ramp up tomorrow as there's more energy available, and you see this energy that'll be available tomorrow as the sun comes up, it heats the surface, and you have that cape, that surface cape that really can get things lifted up into the atmosphere. We have those thunderstorms just sort of blossom along that dry line. And Futurecast is showing, so you have some storms to the north up towards Oklahoma, but as the day progresses, we'll see a line start to form along that dry line. And this shows right here where the SPC is thinking is that, we're going to have an enhanced risk of severe weather here. Could be some long-lived tornadoes possibly on the ground with this in this area here in the panhandle of Texas and western portions of Oklahoma. And then we have a slight risk sort of outside of that, and then a marginal risk. So just be on the lookout for severe weather. And here's that cape that's available tomorrow right along the dry line. When that sun and that solar heating is at its peak in the afternoon is when you're going to see this outbreak probably take course. So tomorrow afternoon is really going to have to keep eyes. And here the Futurecast shows that line of strong storms showing up right there along the dry line tomorrow. So if you're in those areas of Texas or Oklahoma, be weather alert and have some way of getting alerts. But now I'm going to hand things off to Hayden, who's going to take a look at the weekend forecast.
Yes, thank you. I cannot wait for the weekend. It's going to be a great time. And we have some sports. So if you feel like staying at home, maybe on the couch with some popcorn is one of my favorites. Florida State at North Carolina. Take a look at Greensboro. It's going to be 77 degrees and cloudy. So no inclement conditions because, of course, our boys are inside. And Florida State baseball, if you're a big fan, we're at Virginia Tech. It's going to be 63 degrees in Blacksburg, Virginia. And they'll also have good weather for their conditions. If you don't want to be on the couch and you want to get out tonight, great for you. It's going to be perfect, 77 degrees. And then becoming clear to 61 at 10 p.m. So dropping off a little bit. Maybe bring a light sweater if you're going to be out particularly late. But conditions should be very good for tonight. Enjoy your time out there. And then if you're going to the beach, maybe say St. George Island tomorrow, 78 degrees southeast. It's actually going to be sunny skies there. And the water is going to be a little bit cool. So maybe bring some towels if you're coming out of the water. There'll be no thunderstorms. It's going to be a perfect day to go to the beach. And for your dog walk forecast, 74 degrees at 7 a.m. It's going to start off pretty chilly. You're going to want to bring a jacket. Your dog probably doesn't need a coat. It's no longer February, and it's not frost anymore. It's awesome. 9 a.m. 64, starting to warm up. And look, 11 a.m. 78. It's about like a 20-degree temperature change between 7 and 11. So if you like the warmer temperatures, maybe go out at 10 or 11 o'clock, and your dog will be very happy, of course, and he'll appreciate it very much. So for a 3-day weather forecast, Saturday, an absolute gem, 84 the high, 53 the low, warming up for a great beach forecast. Sunday, similarly, if you're heading out for church, it'll be chilly in the morning, but once again, 81 in the afternoon, and then Monday, heading back to the work week, 79 degrees, and it's going to be great weather for you to get past the fact that it is a Monday. So now we're going to head off to this awesome show, to the closing desk.
Actually, we're going to go to Melissa, who's going to talk about local.
Go to Local 3, Melissa.
So before we end our show, let's take one last look at our local weather for tonight so you know what to expect for the next week. It's currently 77 degrees, and you can see that beautiful sunset over Doak Canham Stadium right now. Starting to get that beautiful sunset that we've seen the past few nights, always unique in its own way. 77 in Tallahassee and 70 in Apalachicola are our current temperatures, so they are beginning to drop from that 81 degrees we saw earlier today. And that is going to continue. Our dew points are 56 in Tallahassee and 62 in Apalachicola. So once again, a bit moister than we've seen in the past. It's been a lot drier the past few weeks, but overall, it's still been pretty nice. Our moisture is going to continue, stay pretty low over the next 24 hours. So overall, looking at nice conditions. Satellite radar, clear skies. You got some cirrus clouds coming in the upper atmosphere. But overall, a really nice day and looking to shape up to be a great rest of the evening today. Looking at tonight, 56 in Tallahassee with partly cloudy skies and a calm wind. So a bit warmer than we've seen. Temperatures are getting back to spring. Tomorrow's highs, 84 in Tallahassee, 72 in St. Mark's, and 76 in Apalachicola. So those temperatures are going to be back up into those 80s that we saw today. And we're looking at great weather coming into the next weekend. As we have warm conditions coming through, make sure you turn your clocks back tomorrow night as that time turns back on Sunday. And looking at some storms later in the week to look out for. So we're going to turn it over to David, and now we're going to go to our closing desk.
Yes, remember to turn those clocks ahead Saturday night before you go to bed. Otherwise, you might wake up in the morning on Sunday and you won't make it to something because you'll be, I think, early. Anyways, yes, beautiful weather this weekend. Absolutely good time to get out to the beach. Plenty of sun. We're going to have a high of 82 on Saturday and 80 on Sunday. Clouds start to roll in on Monday, but it looks like the rain doesn't start till Tuesday. So we have 3 beautiful days up ahead, and then we get into some rainy weather as the next system comes into the area. And eventually will bring us some cooler weather at the end of next week and see Friday. Plenty of sun again, a little bit cooler temperatures because it is the clash of the seasons. And so just remember to turn those clocks ahead. One more reminder, because a lot of times people do forget to turn those clocks ahead. And also just get out there, enjoy this weather, because spring is around the corner, and it's just going to be a great weekend to just get out and breathe some fresh air and relax. And if you live out in live out in Texas and Oklahoma, Arkansas, be aware of those severe thunderstorms that are in your forecast for this weekend, and just have a way of getting your weather alerts. Also, remember to follow us on Twitter at FSU. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/FSU. And as always, remember to watch us Monday through Friday, 6 o'clock on YouTube. You can also watch the reruns if you want to. And remember to follow us on Instagram and send us pictures of weather and pets, and just send us any pictures. We would love to put your pictures on the show so that we can share what's going on in your life and how the weather is affecting you and yours. As far as all of us here at FSU Weather, I'm student meteorologist David Stoltz. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.